Talking with Attorney Paul Ryan, lead attorney for the Marcus Kaarma trial. Sentencing coming up on Thursday, but you folks submitted a brief in response to the state's, which was a response to a motion that you had put forward for a new trial. And in that affidavit, you mentioned some things that a lot of folks didn't know about.
Yeah, and they were things that happened around the time of the trial, and not one that we tried to focus on, and we had obviously a job to do, and you're trying to manage a case at the same time. You get things that are, involving you personally that can be difficult, especially when you have your own children and whatnot, and things that involve not only my personal residence as well as my business and others within our team. And so, I know this was an emotional case and very polarizing, and we understand those kind of things, but also, the same people that are pointing the finger at people like Marcus Kaarma and some of the things they're doing, that they need to check themselves at the same time and look at their behavior before they start pointing fingers themselves. So
now, Paul, do you still maintain in your request for a new trial? You maintained or you pointed out well over 400 examples of media coverage that, in your view, was prejudicial to your client and to the community. Do you still maintain that?
We do, and again, it's all we ever asked for is a fair trial in a setting that was where people hadn't made their decision. If we could get that, then certainly we believe that you get your fair trial. But when you have not only people making up their decisions prior to the trial, but more importantly, the tenor of the community, that we've talked to people where they'll say, if you didn't find him guilty, what in the world were you doing? And that's the problem. That's one of the difficult things that we believe the jury faced. And if they found him not guilty, the potential community backlash, similar to what we're receiving on how couldn't you find him guilty based on the media reports. And so that's a very difficult thing to overcome in a community where there's been so much coverage. And understandably, we understand there's media coverage and there's going to be opinions, but the trial shouldn't be held in that community where there's already been decisions made and so much pressure put and obvious. I mean, if you read Missourian reports, it's obvious where they stand and where the tenor of their stories went and finding, in their opinion, the guilt of Marcus Kaarma.